Good morning. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. You can see TJ's tail right about in here. He's up early this morning. Usually he doesn't get up until a couple hours from now. So, welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist. And we have a very wet Wednesday today. Between snow and rain, I think it's going to be an all-day long affair. So, we shall see how this turns out. Spring in Michigan. So, we have the Native Spirit deck from Denise, Lynn. Good morning, Trudy. Glad you're here. We haven't seen this deck in a little while, so I'm always excited for when this one pops up. Denise Lynn is a First Nations person of Cherokee descent, I believe. Good morning, Linda. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Looks like one other person is here, so I'm glad you are all here, and let's see what our card is for today. It is Sacred Mountain. Good morning, Luann. Hello, hello. Glad you're here. Sacred Mountain. Now I want you to just look at that peak in the background. It's kind of almost glowing because the sun is probably setting beneath it. So let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths. And today we're going to practice being the mountain. And for those of you who do yoga, you are well aware, I'm sure, good morning, Mel, well aware that there is a mountain pose. So I'm going to put you into this place of being the mountain first, and then I'm going to read the words to you because I think they will resonate more fully if you're already in that place. So I'd like you to just, if you're sitting, just plant your feet firmly on the ground. If you're laying in bed, just you can bend your knees so that your feet are on the ground. But I want you to imagine that you are that sacred mountain. And a stillness comes over everything. A quietude, a solitude, a solidarity with Mother Earth. Just feeling that stillness. And that stillness is within and all around. It's taking time to connect with that stillness. Breathing in, breathing out. Every breath you take, allowing you to be more and more that mountain. And perhaps you can feel breeze blowing around you. Perhaps you can hear birds, feel quiet streams running from the top to the bottom, just settling into being that mountain. Solid, strong, grounded. Just keep breathing into that. And I want you to just notice how these words resonate for you. Sacred mountain, be still and take the time to move into the silent place within yourself. Locate your internal source of power. Breathe into that. Where are you feeling this? Is this a solar plexus thing for you? Is this a gut thing for you? Is this a heart thing for you? Where do you feel this groundedness, this internal source of power? Meditate. Wait. Do not move forward until it feels right. Surrender to stillness. Surrender, again, is not giving up. Surrender is releasing to the flow of what is. Being with what is. Rather than fighting it, doing battle with it, just being with what is. Surrender to stillness. Do not take action. If you observe rather than react, you claim your power. Your native spirit wants you to know, from the vantage point of the sacred mountain, your power grows. And power does not have to be power over. That's what we've been trained to see power as. There's a whole dimension of power, power with, that is what's coming more to the fore these days. So power with, we empower ourselves, we empower others. In silence, you'll find your sacred witness. It is the dwelling place of your soul. In peace, seek and discover your truth. So again, not doing battle with anything. Being at peace, being solid like this mountain. Move past the bustle and clatter of life into sweet quietude. Again, I go back to my friend Bobby's yoga statement. At the center of life's storms, I stand serene. When you're in mountain pose, nothing moves you. You're just solid. Just solid. If you're in pain, don't lash out. Go into the pain until you find the source so that it can be healed. And know that there's a difference between healed and cured. Cured is a medicine concept. Healed is a spiritual concept. Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of stress, urgency, or emergency. Your power is born in silence. This peace gives birth to your serenity. That's a beautiful word, serenity. Serene. I am serene. Seek solitude to listen to the voice of your higher self and awaken your inner wisdom. The journey. Travel to the peaks of hallowed mountains. And if you can't do this in person, travel in your meditation. Again, your mind is just an instrument. It doesn't know the difference between actually doing something and imagining doing something. So if we hooked your arm up to measuring electrodes and I said, gave you a hammer and said, swing the hammer and hit the nail, certain muscles would fire. If I said, imagine swinging the hammer and hitting the nail, the same muscles would fire. So your mind doesn't know the difference. So you can go to that mountain peak in your imagination. You can see the world in all directions. Give thanks and offerings to mountains whenever you encounter them. The spirit of the mountain will deeply appreciate your gift. And that's something that I learned from the Anishinaabe people who are around here, is honoring everything in nature. So oftentimes, and I think it's in this sweatshirt, no, it's in a different sweatshirt. Oftentimes they carry a little bag of tobacco. So at various points, they can do offerings. Whether, let's say they're driving past one of the lakes, they may stop and offer some tobacco to that lake. If they harvest something, they'll offer tobacco to Mother Earth for that harvest. Should there be an animal that got hit by a car, they may offer tobacco to that animal for sacrificing its life. So it's a much more mindful way of living, much more mindful way of being. And that's something we can all practice. Being the mountain for a short period of time during your day, even if it's when you're standing in line for something, that's a great time to be the mountain. Just tap into that energy of being fully present, being grounded to Mother Earth, being still within. Just practice that. Good morning, Cheryl. Glad you're here. Over and over and over again. Because then you will find that when there are stressors in your life, you can assume mountain pose and a stillness comes over you. Doesn't matter what's going on around you, that stillness comes over you. So today, I wish for you the mountain, that you be the mountain, that you practice being at one with mountain. Again, I believe it will serve you in many, many different areas of your life, especially when things are stirred up, busy, hectic, etc. To stand in mountain for a short period of time, 20 seconds, you can spare 20 seconds, I hope, will do a lot to align you, to settle you, to move you in a place of being much more mindful as you move forward. All right? Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'd love to hear about your practice of mountain pose and see what you've learned from it. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including being peaceful, grounded, silent, regardless of what's going on around you. Bye-bye.